So D23 happened, and boy, did some things get announced. And hey, look, I do a lot of animation stuff on this channel, and I could react to all the things that happened, but I mainly want to talk about the Pixar stuff. The big ones being Incredibles 3 and Toy Story 5. But let's quickly push through the smaller and Disney stuff just to give some of you a peace of mind. Lilo and Stitch got properly announced with a reveal of Stitch, and I'm gonna say what most big fans are saying. I don't care if you think Stitch looks good or bad, but I don't need a live-action Lilo and Stitch. The original works just fine, and that's it. The prequel to The Lion King, Mufasa, is something I can't think why they are doing aside from... that. Probably won't be good just like the other terrible version of The Lion King, so let's just leave that franchise alone. I loved seeing Moana 2 get its trailer, hopefully should be a good film. Frozen 3, we all knew it was gonna happen, so let's just get this franchise over with, I guess. And then there's this. I'm sure this is gonna be a very interesting movie. Let's just leave it at that. But let's move on to the good stuff. The Incredibles 3 was announced, and holy god, I'm super hyped for this film. The first film is incredible, being one of the best superhero movies ever. Yes, the second one isn't as good as the first, but if some people actually sat back and relaxed, they would know that not every superhero movie needs to be perfect. They will find that Incredibles 2 is a ton of fun, and it is a worthy sequel to the franchise, and making a third movie makes complete sense. The second movie was incredibly successful, and I think doing a third movie is a good choice. Another adventure for some great characters. Even if you didn't enjoy the second movie, this might be a chance for the franchise to redeem itself, and I certainly don't believe that just because the second one wasn't as good as the first, it doesn't mean that the franchise is finished. But let's talk about the biggest new announcement, which of course is Toy Story 5. This does have me worried. Look, I like Toy Story 4. I think a lot of fans let their pride get in the way when it comes to the Toy Story franchise, especially with the fourth movie. Just because these characters made choices you didn't want them to make, it doesn't make it the wrong choice. I didn't want Tony Stark to die at the end of Endgame, but it happened, and it's beautiful. But it does have me worried. Are they milking this franchise for all it's worth? I have always said that Toy Story 3 was the end of the Andy saga. Pixar have never done a fifth movie in a franchise, and not a lot of franchises even get to more than 4 movies. And those that do, they generally tend to have a bit of a rocky reception. The information we have on the film is that it will be about the gang competing for Bonnie's attention when it comes to electric gadgets, which should be incredibly fun. And the villains are going to be an army of Buzz Lightyear stuck in demo mode, which sounds freaking awesome. But I'm not going to judge this film until it comes out. It will most likely probably surprise us all. Pixar are the best at what they do, and when it comes to sequels, they have always said that they would never do a sequel if the story and characters aren't strong enough. But given their ties to Disney and the way franchises are now with sequels, spin-offs, and definitely milking every franchise until it's dry, it still has me a little bit worried. Are Disney pulling the strings on this movie, or are Pixar doing it? But I'm seeing a lot of hate already for this film online, and while I'm quick to agree with some of the opinions, it does have me worried. But the film isn't out yet, so let's try and keep our expectations in check till we see the final product. What I do think is sad is I want to make sure we get more original content from Pixar, with the likes of Elemental being an awesome movie, and we do have Elio being released next year, and of course we have an original long-form Pixar series in Win or Lose, which we did see a fun trailer for that as well. Pixar lately have done a lot of sequels and spin-offs, with the likes of Inside Out 2 and Lightyear, and while I did enjoy both of those films, I want more original ideas from them, because those are for me the ones that I'm most excited for. Toy Story 5 will be wonderful if it's good, and if it's not, then it kinda ruins what I consider a perfect franchise. But even if Toy Story 5 is amazing, I can't help but think that there are so many directors and writers out there who have original ideas that need to be told. Luckily, we did get an announcement trailer for a new film called Hoppers, which is set to release in 2026. So those are some of my thoughts on the D23 announcements. Thank you for joining me in this video. Let me know some of your thoughts and comments about all the announcements they made. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more great content on all things animation. I upload weekly content on all things animation, and so if you're interested just like me, subscribing really helps, and of course you can even click the video on screen that is being recommended for you. That really helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching me, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.